All right, so I've decided to do this one Sonic episode, and I don't know if anybody will see this or anybody cares to see this. It's just the fact that I can't help this feeling of discouragement or just wanting to quit, and I know that's just par for the course when you're creating or starting out something because it's just the fact that I feel like it's real up and down with YouTube views and chat or retention time and shit like that because I don't know it. Like I said, it's a little discouraging at times, and I know I get it. I've encountered this many times through learning to play instruments. For instance, uh, I've learned to play maybe about four or five different ones. Uh, None of which I've really just pursued any further than, just the fact that I learned how to play, like guitar, for instance. I'm not real good, but I'm good enough to say I learned how to play it for, I played for like 3 years and never really pursued anything, mainly because of the discouragement factor. Maybe it's because to me, it feels like, and I don't know if this is true for everybody, and I really only speak for myself when I feel like nobody gives a shit about what I do. And I know, I know it might be just me feeling this. And um, at times I feel like maybe I should just stop doing this and maybe I should just quit because what else is there? What else is there for me to accomplish rather than the fact that I'm just playing video games? And maybe it's something more than that. To me, I don't know. I keep thinking to myself, maybe it's something that I haven't yet come across yet. Maybe it's something that I mm, could possibly say to help somebody or just meet with somebody on a relatable level, I guess, for lack of a better word, really, because like I was saying, it feels like people are giving less and less of a shit about what I do, and it only feels that way. But um, I just want to know that if if anybody who sees this or anybody who possibly just started a YouTube channel or has one and is doing very well for themselves, have you felt or feeling this at all? Because I feel like I don't want to be the only one who feels this way. I really don't. And so far, this whole community as a whole, not just gaming YouTube channels, it's just people who pursue creative outlets in general, like mostly Reddit. I've interacted with most of these people on Reddit, and they've been so far pretty helpful. I haven't come into contact with anybody really negative or just like discouraging on a personal level as far as what I do and what I should be doing or whatever. Because I've been told by many people in real life, like in person, that maybe this isn't the way to go as far as anything creative wise, because they think that I'm doing it to replace as a alternative to having an actual job, which I understand why some people have that goal, and me, it's not that I don't believe in myself enough to pursue this as a career because I don't know. I've only been doing this for about not even a year now, and I just I just wanted to do something, maybe because I wanted to relate to somebody on a somewhat personal, maybe a nostalgic level. Maybe I'll finally find another person beside, because my girlfriend, she understands what I do and what I go through, and she's the one who's wholeheartedly supporting me in this 100%. Because without her, I wouldn't be able to even start any of this shit. Because fucking YouTube shit in general, just to buy shit, just to record, is fucking expensive as shit. And like I said, she was the one who helped me save up money to buy all the laptop, the recording device, and the fucking cables and everything that I needed. I'm not talking about her when it comes to not supporting. I'm just talking about people who have told me maybe that's not what you should be wasting, quote unquote, wasting my time with. Because maybe they got this, maybe I just haven't communicated it across better as far as why I want to do it. It's because I like sharing. I like sharing experiences, stories, and stuff like that. And the fact that, I don't know, maybe it's just the way it's supposed to go as far as, starting out in this type of medium, or in this category as far as YouTube and the gaming category, because I know it's oversaturated. I know there's so many of these kinds of channels that a lot of them get overlooked, and a lot of them just seem like cash grabs, or they're doing it as a means of making easy, quote unquote, easy money. Because I've heard that from so many other people that they're doing this to get famous. And I understand if you have a talent and you're looking to further expose this talent rather than keep it locked away where nobody could possibly see it, and that's fine and everything, but I'm not the most creative person. I'm not an artist. I'm not very particularly well spoken. I can speak English, obviously, but I'm not no motivational speaker. I just like I've stated before, I'm just a dude who wants to play video games, and to me, if I can just reach somebody on a personal level, as far as, in commonalities or things just that you can say, oh, I know how that is, or shit like that, because in my life experiences, I've yet to come across that, aside from my siblings, who obviously went through what I went through and have had a pretty difficult time up until this point, which, and I don't know, I just, like I was saying, I just feel a tad discouraged at this point in my whole YouTube. It's not a career, obviously, because I just fucking started, but I hear about all these people who are just like, oh, it's been a whole year since I've started and I have like 700 subscribers. And I'm just like, good on them first of all. And I'm not bashing them whatsoever, because I'm sure that takes a lot of work and just a lot of determination as far as, doing anything that people like. Because I get that within the general public, there is no way to please everybody. Like, it's impossible. There's always going to be that person that doesn't like you for whatever reason, and that's fine. But I don't know why I put Sonic on. I guess it just makes me feel a little better about things when because this game in particular is from, like, I don't know. I remember being a kid and thinking like, oh man, I could play Sonic on the toilet now. This is fucking awesome. And yeah, it's kind of a stupid thing to be nostalgic about. But for some reason, that's the memory that I'll always like remember. The only part of this game is that I could play it on the toilet. But aside from all that, I think I've ranted on long enough about. But like I was saying, just let me know if you've ever felt discouraged or wanting to quit. Because I don't want to quit, but I get that feeling like my brain's telling me that I should. And I know I won't, but because the way from what I was taught when I was a kid is you only lose if you decide to quit. And that's something that always stuck with me. Is I just don't want to quit. I just feel like something's telling me that I should, and I want to know if anybody else felt that way. So if you have, or you haven't, or you know somebody who has in any aspect of their life, it doesn't even have to do with YouTube. It just has to do with just pursuing something. Just let me know in the comments or any social medias. I got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. They're all linked to my channel. Fucking Reddit. Hopefully, everybody on Reddit, just let me know, because that's the place where I get the most feedback. But I don't know. It's getting a little tougher and tougher. But hopefully somebody hears this and decides to reach out too, because yeah,